Hello, 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 YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and this is not an Amanda Pete month review. This is a separate review for the 2018 DC superhero extravaganza that I just saw from the theater. I went to the Animal Draft House for the first time before my birthday. I finally saw Aquaman. Let me just read. That's proof that I saw the movie. I roast 3, seat 13, theater 5, reserve seats. Friday, January 4th, 2019, 11:30 a.m. Wow, this movie was freaking awesome. DC finally did another huge hit under their belt. They finally redeemed themselves after Justice League was a failure last year financially, and the film knew what it was. And this movie, yeah, it has problems, but it's not the worst of the DCU. This is easily one of the best ones. Like right up there with Wonder Woman and I guess BVS, because I could say that. But yeah, like I said, this movie was well written. It was well done. I must say it. James Wan is a director I've liked since The Conjuring, and I think he does a really good job. I think he did Insidious as well. He knows how to put atmosphere in his movies. The film looks fantastic. The visuals are freaking phenomenal. I love all the CG in the movie. It doesn't look dated. It looks so fantastic. You know why? Because ILM did the special effects. Just like they did with Star Wars, the originals, and the prequels, and Men in Black, and Jurassic Park. These people know what they're doing. They have been doing effects for decades. And curse Lucasfilm for cheating me out of an experience. This was a better Star Wars movie than The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and Last Failure combined. Because it knows what it is. It has gorgeous visuals. It doesn't drag out for 20 minutes in a stupid scene. It's got way more likable characters. And I enjoyed myself. I felt like I was cheated. Yeah, I was like, so DC gives me a Star Wars movie that I've been looking for a long time that's not called Guardians, and Disney and Lucasfilm can't do it. That says a lot, man. That says a lot. I mean, granted, this is Wonder Woman, but this is a character that should not have worked in a movie by himself without Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg. And yet he's amazing. Like, Jason Momoa did a great job. People make fun of him because of his name and because he did Conan and Game of Thrones. He has more chemistry. He has more charisma now than he ever did on Game of Thrones because he's not the lead of that. Got a bunch of Brits and Irish people that I could give a damn about. I couldn't give a damn about. And also, I thought in Justice League he was one of the better things in that movie. My favorite part of that movie was the Flash. That's why I want to see a Flash movie, because this was a success. I want to see a Flash movie, guys. DC waited a long time, and I'm not a DC hater, and I'm not a DC like I'm gonna ride their dick now. I've always enjoyed DC. I've put a bunch of their films in my top 10. Last year alone, I put Lego The Flash, which is a DC movie, and Death of Superman. So I don't want to hear that, oh, I'm just a Marvel fanboy. I go see DC movies when they catch my interest. The next one is Shazam. I'll be there in April to go see it, because this was really good. And like I said, the performances were mostly solid. Nicole Kidman was great as Atlanta. No spoilers. I don't want to spoil too much in case you guys haven't seen it yet. It's only been out for a couple weeks. Momoa was great as Arthur, a.k.a. the Aquaman. The guy that played Black Manta, he's there. He's not really in the film that much, but he serves his purpose. Whatchamacallit, Patrick Wilson was over the top but fun to watch. Willem Dafoe was good to watch. Dolph Lundgren was good. I liked him. I love the voice cast that were there. Julie Andrews does a creature in the movie. I'm not going to say who. Jamon Hansu was in it. Tamora Morrison as Arthur's dad. He was good. It was nice to see a Star Wars actor from the prequels in there. Jango Fett. It's a better villain than freaking Phasma. I could tell you that much. Because let's face it, DC is not going to sucker punch me again. They did that last year with their shows, but this year they definitely improving. Because Gotham was amazing last night, and this movie was freaking awesome. And I didn't know it was going to be this good. Like I said, the story of Arthur, he grows up with a parent that's human, and then another one that's Atlantean, and then he has to find his way to Atlantis, so to become king of the world of the sea, and it worked. The film has the plot is a little convoluted. Yes, there's a lot going on, and they could have cut the running time. This movie should have just been 2 hours. The extra 20 minutes just felt a little bit padded out. Not too much like The Last Jedi, but still a little padded. Also, I didn't care for... I know people like this girl. I never like this actress. She's just diet Scarlett Johansson. Amber Heard did nothing for me as Mira. The whole time I was like, man, I miss Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. in the red hair. And also her delivery was very flat for me. Her and Momoa, they try to have a chemistry. I don't buy their love, mainly because Momoa looks way older than her, and he's having more fun than she is. She has that same face the whole time with her eyes. Is she as bad as Daisy Ridley? Oh God, no, no. At least Amber Heard is American. I can easily say that. At least she, in certain respects, I can understand why guys are into her. I'm not, but that's just me. She looked too much like Poison Ivy. The red hair, green outfit. Yeah, she basically underwater Poison Ivy. She was one of the weaker things of the cast, in my opinion. But other than that, I still thought the film was well done. Like the locations in Morocco and Italy and Australia, the landscapes, you actually see real land and real sets. It's not just CG. People said, "Oh, it's just a bunch of CG," but yeah, it's still wowed me. I haven't felt wow like this in a long time, guys. And I saw Infinity War last year. Granted, this is no Infinity War. That was a fangasm almost every scene. This, some good moments that really levitated this movie's, like, in the middle, source material to something really, really well done. Because Aquaman was never taken seriously in the comics or in the cartoons or anything. Now, they made him a badass, and it's interesting to see that DC finally learned from their mistakes. Unlike Lucasfilm rushing movies and firing directors and getting actors that can't act and getting writers that can't write and getting directors that are freaking hacks. Yeah, Juan is a better director than J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson, and freaking Gareth Edwards, who did Rogue One, and the dumbass that did Solo. Not Lord and Miller. They were supposed to do it. Ron Howard, who made the movie so dark I can't see anything. Yeah, this movie, I could see everything. I saw the seahorses and the sharks. This is not a spoiler. You saw that in the trailer. And all the freaking, the dolphins and the freaking whales and the orcas. It would look really, really good. Yes, it's mostly CG. But again, how can you do practical creatures underwater? It's hard to film underwater. Ask Steven Spielberg when he did Jaws. Here, it's a lot. It's fine. It reminded me of the Gungan City and the Phantom Menace. This movie is a better Star Wars movie than anything I've seen since Episode 3. Just like with Guardians. Guardians is like space Star Wars. This is underwater Star Wars. And it, unlike Avatar, wasn't too long. And it has makeup and it has real actors in it. It's not just a CG cat. And like I said, Juan did a good job. There's some jump scares that don't work. Like there's a couple of explosions that come out of nowhere. It's not a spoiler. It's just in a couple scenes. The film, yeah, it has some, like a jump scare too. There was a scene that's in with dinosaurs. I was like, oh, please don't let this be Jurassic World. Please don't let this be Jurassic World. It wasn't. It's just a way to introduce somebody back into the film. And the film, like, it's a lot of fun. I had fun in the theater. I had a smile on my face. The jokes landed right. It didn't feel like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There was no stupid fart jokes in it, which is great to see. It didn't have like stupid dialogue like in Suicide Squad. Yo, I want BT, and it didn't have any of this or freaking mummies fighting each other. No, it didn't have any of that. That was a joke. This was well done special effects. It sucks you right into the environment. I was well invested. I liked the characters for the most part. I like the visuals and the sets and the freaking costume design. If this doesn't get an Oscar, then that means that the Hollywood is freaking they're biased against DC because they make good movies. They can make it. Wonder Woman was robbed of an Oscar last year. And so is this if it doesn't get at least for visuals. Because this is better than anything in Solo. Solo is dark. What is to like about Solo? Tell me, guys. The guys on YouTube, on Facebook. What is to like about Solo? It's so dark. It's like this. That's the whole movie. Han is talking and you can barely see him. You can barely see my face only because of the light here. That's Solo. The whole freaking movie is in the dark. They like sucked all the color out of it and I can't see a damn thing. This is better. And I can prove it. Because everything in the movie is colorful and bright and you can see it. If I'm going to see a movie, even if it's not the greatest movie ever made, let me at least see it. Don't do like Underworld Blood Wars where I can't see anything. Or freaking Solo where I can't see anything. Or other movies like Alone in the Dark. You can't even see the action sequences. Or the RoboCop remake where he's tasering people in the dark. I'm like, I want to see what's going on. Thank you very much. And this movie had no shaky cam, which is a good thing because Juan doesn't shake the camera. The editing was fine. Just needed to be a little bit shorter, but it's a good movie. A 7.5 on IMDb. That's not a bunch of blind people. They have taste. A nice underwater adventure in the seas. Something different from just, oh, let's destroy another city, or let's go into space, or let's do the other thing, or let's do like the X-Men movies and just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. That already has run its course. Deadpool already killed those movies. Yeah. Deadpool, Logan, and Deadpool 2 killed, gives a finger to New Mutants and to freaking Dark Phoenix, because they don't know what they're doing. Sony and Fox don't know what they're doing. And now that Fox is owned by Disney, they're going to make things sanitized. Thank God that Disney does not own Warner Brothers or DC. Go screw yourselves, Disney. You wish that you could do a movie that made this much money. Mary Poppins Returns won't even make this, and I'm glad. Because it's got a better cast. It's not British. It's not stupid, boring retreads of things we saw in the original. No, it's a good, standalone DC movie. And screw the haters. I'm sorry, Josh, you didn't love this movie. I'm sorry. But this was my kind of movie. Giant creatures and freaking flying fish and freaking seahorses and sharks. I love Sharknado. What can I say? This kind of movie was right. It was right for the pickings for me. And everything that I watched in it worked for me. I want to see this again when it comes out on Blu-ray. Because it deserves the praise that it got. It deserves the money it got. And thank God it was not a flop. This, like I said, this is a character that should not have worked. But it did. And I give it props for that. And like I said, yeah, the villains are not cartoon characters, but it's underwater and it's a DC movie. And they had a lot of cartoonish villains. But it's still not as laughable as the freaking villain in Suicide Squad. A dancing freaking mummy-looking enchantress doing a tango. What? Why? You know, this is way less laughable. And there's scenes that made me laugh hard in the theater. There's a guy that puts his head in the toilet. I'm not going to say what scene it is, but it made me laugh. Because I was like, they went for it. There's some weird scenes that I didn't care for, but like I said, I'll talk about that next time. If I ever do a spoiler podcast by myself or with my friends. But like I said, the movie is worth your time. If you haven't seen it, go to the theater before it's gone. Support movies like this. Stop supporting KK Wars. That's pandering SJW crap where they don't give me a woman to look at for 2 hours. Here, while I'm not a fan of Amber Heard, I get to look at Nicole Kidman a couple times and some of the other actresses that are in the movie, so I got something. And I got beautiful visuals to go with it. And like I said, ILM, there's one post-credit scene. I'm not going to say what it is, but so go see Aquaman. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that. I skipped it last year. This should have been my number 7 of the year. It shouldn't have been Nutcracker in the Four Realms. I still like that movie. I'll defend that movie, but this one was better. It was. It's not British, and it's longer, and it's more epic, and you know I got more out of it, and the crowd was definitely more into it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and see Aquaman. It's worth your time. This is not a movie for the critics. It's for us fans that waited a year for another DC movie, and this deserved the box office, not freaking Teen Titans Go to the Movies. That's garbage. Making fun of what you made is not funny, DC. You stupid writers in Teen Titans Go. Embrace it. Embrace your silliness. Embrace the things that work for you. Embrace your characters. I mean, look at the facts. This movie's making more than Wonder Woman worldwide, and it made more than Man of Steel, which I'm glad for. It's making more than Suicide Squad. It's a winner, guys. It's a winner. This is why I want to see a Flash movie. Because I want to see this kind of tone. I want to see Flash running, saving people on his own without having the other DC characters get in the way. And I want it to be his film, and I want it to be fun. Doesn't need to be 2 hours and 20 minutes. You could cut that. You can always make a director's cut that's longer on Blu-ray. But this was a good film. I enjoyed it. I know. I'm one of like 1,000 people that liked it. But there were a lot of people that enjoy it. It's fun. It's not meant for critics. They want to see some pretentious art house film that's very talky and very dramatic and, oh, you could feel their pain. I just wanted to have fun, and that's what I did. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next review.